Welcome to ItsMoneyMark Experience. We're here at Sea Crave today, new establishment, seafood joint in Kingston, Jamaica. We're here with Christopher Hendriks, Chris Hendriks, better known as Mr. Fatty. Met him during my days AMG packaging.
Yes.
Chris, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You know, how did you get that name? You're known throughout the globe, the world as Fatty.
Yeah,
how you got that famous name?
It started all in school. You know, it started out in first form, very, very thin. And I don't know, maybe at the canteen. I spent a lot of time at the canteen. So that name just grew on me and just stuck ever since.
And where you went to high school?
Campion College.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a cocoa bread, bully beef days?
Yeah,
or?
probably fudgy.
Yeah? Yeah, juicy in your days as
yeah,
well?
oh, definitely.
Okay.
Miss Chin and everybody from the canteen.
Okay. And you've graduated from those days of, you were at AMG Packaging. And
yes.
What were you doing at AMG Packaging in those days?
I was the production manager there.
Okay.
So we ran the plant. We opened the tissue plant down there.
Mm-hmm.
We did a little small stint with that. It wasn't quite successful at the time. Mm-hmm. So eventually I started to think about, what we're going to do after that.
Okay.
I got in touch with a friend of mine had called me, Robert Ilna.
Okay.
Yeah, and they had an existing business, BSL, which is bulk storage logistics. They had tanks at what they would call large consumer sites, where people would consume large volumes of fuel within themselves, within the company.
That's in a gas oil business. Though.
Right, yes.
So you really were, this is you've transitioned from being an employee into entrepreneurship.
Exactly. So they had that business running bulk storage. They would put tanks on people's property, so they would have their own fuel supply. Out of that's where fuel deals came from. The fuel deals was a segue from that business.
Mm-hmm.
There were consumers who had large volumes, who didn't want to have the risk and the management of handling the tanks, to manage the tanks for themselves. So we decided that we would do that for them.
So you're now the general manager, you're part owner, founder in Fuel Deals Express. You call it FDE sometimes.
FDE, yeah.
Your shirt, the brand looks fantastic.
Yes,
Were you a part creator of the brand as well too?
Yes, actually, we both worked on the logo for ourselves and the name, because we wanted it to be, it's all about saving deals. You get every day down there we have deals that we offer.
Mm-hmm.
Just to walk in down in Fuel Deals, you're getting savings right off the bat.
And how does it feel? You're known as a likable guy. Everybody loves you.
Well,
you're known for giving great service. You get things done. That's what I knew you as. You'd always, the client needs something, boom, you get it done right away. That's the Chris Hendriks brand.
I believe that everybody, there's lots of businesses that have competition, and the only thing that can separate anybody is what kind of service you can offer to them.
Yes.
Whether you have to give them the best service. And what I like to do is make people not feel like a customer, but feel more like family. We call everybody by name.
Uh-huh.
As I tell people, down at Fuel Deals, we don't work for each other. We work as a team with different responsibilities.
So it's like shared value.
Yes.
You work with the client, the customer.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And as I say, it's all about savings.
And you're known, Christopher. You always return a call.
Yes.
I remember from those days, the box days, a client would call you, and then boom, you just within a few seconds, you're just calling them back if you miss a call.
And not only to call them back, but actually to go and visit them, see what the problem is.
You'd go and see them personally.
Yes. That was my strategy, to give the best service, to come down, see a problem first, and work it out how best we at AMG is going to fix it for you.
And you say you're the same guy now.
Yes.
Even though you're a business owner now, you haven't changed.
I walk out on my pump all the time. Mm-hmm. I serve my clients all the time. I join in with the team. I receive the fuel with the guys. I try to know I can't know everybody down there by name, because now it's growing.
Okay.
It's growing very fast, and the customers, I try to go out there and always let them feel my presence, make them feel welcome. And that's one of the things I tell my staff. Always make everybody feel welcome.
So where is Fuel Deals Express located? Is it like a gas station, or is it a hub? Or
well, I won't tell you
where is it located?
We're at Lot 4 Newport East.
Okay.
Down right along the seaside there, downtown. And
for those of our viewers who don't know where Newport East is, is it say down by the waterfront?
Yes,
Is it
it's
down by
as-
Kingston Wharves, or like what?
no,
what
it's
part
not.
what part of town?
It's as you're leaving downtown, you make heading back to Marcus Garvey. You take the first left where the Marine Police is,
Okay.
and you stay on that road. That's Newport East,
Okay.
and we're at Lot 4 right down there
And
on the seaside.
can anybody, just go down there and get a fill up, or you
Yeah.
have to be like a registered client?
We register because we're basically fleet based.
Ah, okay.
Fleet based. We deal with volumes. We're basically
Right.
deal with wholesale.
Okay.
You understand? So what we have is large fleets, and then a new thing that we've introduced for, I would say, we have the police, we have the nurses, we have a group for the nurses. We've started what we call clubs.
Like clubs,
Right. So we have like
associations.
a gold club membership. So you come with a group of 25 or more, and you join the gold
So
club.
it's kind of like a Costco style.
Exactly.
Like discounted members.
Exactly. So
Okay.
we have 3 sets of pricing. You have silver, which is a regular walking, driving,
Mhm.
not walking, driving.
Yeah.
Then you have the gold club members, because everything works off a volume.
hmm
And then you have a platinum club member, that's for the highest volumes out there.
Okay.
Right, and what we've extended, we've dealt with like the customs, people at
Mhm.
customs. We've opened for all the government
Right.
agencies, and we're telling everybody,
To
you
come
form,
here.
yeah, you form a group, 25 or more,
Ah.
and you can be a member. Yeah.
And you're known for that, Chris, coming up with innovative products as well.
Yeah.
Not just the service side.
Right, no.
And what has been a lot of guys or ladies, they have a tough time going from the employee
Yes.
into entrepreneurship. But you've shown already, this that it can be successful. What were some of the challenges you've had jumping from, being a manager
Yes.
in private or public companies into now, I'm a founder, I'm a general manager of my own business. So you feel vested now.
Right.
But what are some of the challenges you've had in the last couple of years? Whether it's in society, friends, or just you're your own businessman now.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I've been embraced by a lot of people.
Or has it been all upside?
It's been mostly upside,
Okay.
like setting up the whole depot and getting it running. With every new business you have hiccups, but we
Yes.
have learned to tailor it to suit what we want to give to our clients. Yeah, just like every new business, you always have hiccups. I actually was leaving the box industry, which I was in for about roughly 11 years, went into a fuel industry, which was new to me.
Right.
And not only going into it, just as I say, as a manager, going into it now as an owner of a business. So I had to learn along the way, learn this whole new business about how to manage the gas station itself, all these different checkoffs, all the different types of fuel.
So there's a whole just a mindset transition
Right.
of a new sector.
Yeah, and then you have to start looking for your clients. You want to tell them about all these new deals you have. And I'm going to tell you,
What you found was the hardest? Was it like now that you're having to manage more people, like the human resource aspect, or is it the
no,
accounting
I'm going to
aspect?
tell you
or
to just have the whole have the thing moving logistically,
okay.
because the growth has come. I'm not going to say the curve just went up, especially when COVID came around.
So the demand has been
What
popular, has been heavy.
Yeah, what I find, Mark, is that since COVID especially,
Mhm.
a lot of the companies have come to us and just come and reach out and say, listen, we have had to spend a lot of money now in sanitization, all these other things,
Right.
transportation to get staff home. So what they want
Yeah, because
next?
a lot of companies have,
Especially
a lot of companies have
BPOs.
said to me recently that, they don't necessarily, during this whole past 12,
Right.
13 months, they don't want somebody taking, whether it's public transport
Right.
or, it defeats the purpose to put a staff
Exactly.
member on a bus.
And there's a
with 40,
45%,
50 people, so they've had to provide some transport.
right? And there's a higher chance of that person taking the bus, bringing COVID into the environment.
So in those particular cases, maybe, Chris, with you being a supplier to some of those companies, let's say, whether they're
Yes.
public companies, private companies, maybe you've benefited, or
Yes.
for their fleets, or maybe it's become new fleets that
Well,
have come into fuel deals.
Yes, and what has happened is that fleets that were 2 and 3 have moved to 5 and 6.
Ah,
Who had 10
okay.
have 10 buses have gone to 15
yeah.
because the increase in taking these staff home instead of even leaving them at central points, half a tree crossroads and stuff where they would have to take the public transportation.
So nobody wants to say, I mean, you know, and when we see this, you know, speaking to persons on It's Money Mark, nobody wants to say, boy, you know, you've benefited, of course, because COVID is tough. It's tough for all Jamaicans.
Yes.
But it's been like a pandemic pinch during the past, you know, year.
Right.
But you've actually seen where, you know, you're in a niche.
Right.
And the demand has actually been higher in some aspects.
Exactly, because they want to find ways to cut costs. So transportation, as far as fuel is concerned, I'm their outlet.
And do you find is a value proposition of FDDE, fuel deals, if you can say, is it that sometimes we hear from clients that, boy, they just want to pay one bill versus their drivers going to many locations?
Exactly.
Or is it better price? Is it a combo deal you offer? What's the value deal here?
What we do, we offer the price, and we offer one-stop shop. So what we offer, and I'm going to tell you, Mark, it's very simple now. Is savings.
So you really compete
savings
on price.
Price.
Okay.
Price is what everybody, you call it price, I call it savings.
All right.
You understand? Because that's what everybody wants. They want to save money, to use their money in some other way.
And in a way, it's like efficiency. You're going to one supplier.
Right. You come there, you send employees there. We are cashless also.
Okay.
Right.
So you're lowering the risk of your customer.
Exactly. One of the problems that a lot of companies that had before was that when they send their driver to a gas station, and I'm not calling out any gas station, I'm just saying they've seen savings because they believe that they're being hustled at the pump.
Okay.
So what we do is strictly card, credit card, debit card, and we have had from our beginning, we had a few people who we have extended some credit to, but most people are prepaid.
Gotcha. And do you see, would Fuel Deals Express have a model where you open up a hub in different regions in the island, or do you see yourself just staying to one hub like where you are now in Newport?
No. What we wanted to do is to have this is our model unit. We wanted to get it to perfection, which I believe we're maybe 90% there.
And when did you start?
We started in 2019.
And in 2019 you generated first revenue, or that's when you just got, say, incorporated?
No, we got incorporated and we started right after.
Away.
Right.
Because we were doing roughly 2 years going.
Exactly.
Yeah. And do you think, Chris, you'll be doing franchises, or really you guys will stay owner operated?
We're open to other things, but we ourselves are looking for other locations right now. I mean, as I was saying earlier, we're 90% at perfect in the model down there. We have the software in place. We have the team in place down there. We worked out how to serve the large volumes of people efficiently. And we ourselves are looking to open new locations. But I mean, if anybody wants to have a franchise, we're not opposing anything. Is
it business model, if you can say, you know, with your directors, your partners, is it more, just as you're in Newport, is it more kind of like a hub model where you go to, say, you know, Montego, kind of Freeport, you kind of go to where there's a lot of congestion or terminal areas, versus, because you're not retail, as you said, so you kind of go to more hub locations?
Exactly. Because as I say, we need fleets. We need the volumes. We offer the deals on the volumes. You know, that's where it is. And we just want to make sure that we can help people along the way.
Yeah.
You save, we make some money.
Is that the slogan of the company, or does the company have a slogan at this stage?
It's just fuel deals. Savings. That's all we offer. And I tell you, a lot of times savings sells itself, because when somebody comes down there, they're so excited. They're so excited to say, I used to pay X to fill my tank. Now I'm paying Y. And they drive out saying, I'm going to call. And they literally start calling. I have to tell them, don't call on the pump. Wait till you come off the pump, then you call.
Do you set up also fuel deals at, say, corporate clients' locations, or or they have to come to your physical location?
Well, as I was telling you earlier, also, out of bulk storage logistics, we still offer that service where you have a client, some people still want the tank at their place, so we still provide the tanks at their place.
Okay.
We still provide tanks on their locations where they can manage their own fuel. Because what one of the problems is that sometimes truckers come in late at night and they have to refuel to leave early in the morning. So
okay.
that's why they would want it. But a lot of people work within our working hours.
Right.
So all is...
And you know, you're 2 years in now.
Yeah.
I mean, 3-5 years from now, where besides potential hubs, expansion, any vision for, say, public markets? You know, Fesco recently went public, one of our first locally owned, say, oil and gas companies.
Right.
Any vision towards that, or is it too early at this stage?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit
You know,
early.
so
I think it's a little bit
you
early.
smile and laugh though, which is good. You know?
Because, you know, down the road, I'd love to see that.
You'd like to see that.
I'd love
as
to
an
see that.
entrepreneur.
Personally, I'd love to see that. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'd love to see, realistically, a fuel deals almost in every parish.
You would. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, really, I don't know how realistic that is, but that would be...
As you grow the corporate brand, there
Right.
could be a move, you know, down the road.
Yes.
As you get your foundation strong to move into the retail side.
Exactly.
Exciting.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
And we're looking at it.
We like that. That's
We've had small talks about that. But
Persons who are
right now we're just
interested.
and right now we're looking just to get this model
going.
100%.
Yeah. So now you're slow and steady, and Chris, you know, so you've gone from manager to now entrepreneur.
Yes.
And would you say you're starting to become an entrepreneur in other things? You know, you're involved in some other businesses.
Well,
whether you help out with business development, marketing.
right.
You know, lots of entrepreneurs, you know, start out a bit later in life. You know, they don't have to start in their 20s, 30s.
Right.
So, you know, is there a kind of Chris Hendriks side that's kind of developing a little bit more entrepreneurial now?
Yeah. Right now where we are, we're at Crave here. So we've been growing this business also. We have the fresh from the sea to your belly.
Right.
Seafood here.
That's
Best seafood uptown.
Yeah.
And this has also been growing. You know, this area needs something like this. It's outdoor, you know.
And so you're really showing your relationship with people.
Right.
You know, persons have known you throughout your whole life. Decades.
That's my
mantle. Your kind of mantra. You're known for great service.
right.
You know, friendliness, and in a way you're transitioning into, you know,
Right.
business success.
Right. That's where I use that to be personable with people. I think that means a lot.
Yeah.
When you walk into an establishment, whether it's a gas station or the restaurant, and you're not treated as that's a customer over there.
Yeah.
You know, I like to be close to people.
Yeah.
I'm a people person.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think
I think that's what can
that.
separate. I think that's what separates whatever I'm involved with. So nobody just feels like I'm just a client.
Yes.
You know,
Gotcha.
you want to feel that special feeling. And I tell my staff, I tell everybody, let them get that warm feeling. You know, they'll always remember that. They'll tell people about it. They'll tell people about the experience they have. It's all about the experience you have in any venue that I'm a part of.
So it's like almost, you know, your word is your bond.
Yes.
And you have really developed that as Fatty.
Yeah.
You know, Chris Hendriks.
I try to.
Over you know, the past decades, you've really developed that as a part of your mantra and service. Yeah.
Thank you.
So on the Crave side, you know, one of your endeavors.
Right.
What you know, is it a typical, say, Helsha style, or is it a bit of a different vibe?
It has a different vibe because we have a very, very unique chef who comes up with great flavors. You know, he has all these different styles that you can come. You can get your fish done any style you want. You can get sweet and sour, all different things. And he has his own touch on it. He has his own flair on it.
And did it come about, and you know, your involvement in it because of, you know, a lot of seafood places have opened up in Kingston and St. Andrew. Is it, you know, a lot of persons say, well, you know, if you analyze that, well, with the tourism fallout, there's a lot of excess seafood in the market, so it makes sense to open up a retail joint and, you know, figure out ways to sell.
Right.
Is that a part of the strategy, or how Crave came about to, open it up at this time or during the past, say, 12 months?
One of the things is that one of the main things about Crave is that we wanted to always make sure that we're giving the people, our family here, not our customers, fresh seafood from Jamaican waters. We didn't want to get into frozen fish, stuff like that. We wanted always to get the fish from all our local fishermen and supply that here.
Yes.
Fresh fish makes a big difference in taste.
So it's
Makes
fresh food,
fresh
ingredients.
Fresh ingredients.
That's a part of the mantra.
Right.
Yeah.
We definitely try to keep everything. We keep it local. We buy our produce from all local farmers and stuff like that.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, we support farmers all through the island.
Okay.
You know.
And any other businesses, Chris, you might have on the horizon that you can tell us about, or any other ventures, or for right now that's kind of
right now we're
secret
trying to
sauce,
do
top
yeah.
secret, or
Well,
focus on these kind of two ventures?
Right now my main focus and my primary focus is fuel deals.
Okay.
Crave is next on the list. I don't know what.
So fuel deals is a core business.
Right. That's
you get that baby to work.
right.
You know, get it pumping oil, get it pumping gas.
Yeah, and as I say, just get people to save some money.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what it's about, saving people money. You
Like
understand? And secondly, I have Crave here. This is my new baby.
Yeah.
And we're going to nurture this one to great success also. What else is coming up? I don't know what the future will bring.
Right.
But as I said, the one thing I'll carry in it is just to make whoever I'm dealing with or whatever we're doing, make the client feel like family, feel special, give them the best service out there.
And in a way, what's good is, you know, in a way, both are inelastic, you know,
Yes.
so maybe you have a strategy there, you know, maybe you don't, but one is, you know, you got to get some gas, you got to get some food.
Yes.
So that's two good sectors.
Exactly.
So especially during these times. But how do you feel about Jamaica now? You know, you're a businessman now, let's say, versus a manager, especially when COVID and all that's happening. How you feel about the economy now? How you feel about Jamaica? Do you think we're on a rebound? Do you think, you know, we're coming back, or how do you feel out there? Just talking to people, talking to friends.
Well, I can tell you, that's something I have to give a little thought, and I'm going to tell you, just off the top of my head, I believe that there's future for us. We're going through some really tough times. I mean, there are people whose business aren't doing as well.
And you have your finger on the pulse, because you see what's different with you, we would say on ItsMoneyMark, than say a corporate CEO or somebody else, is you're seeing customers, you know, at the pump. So, so you should get a good, you know, pulse, right? You're seeing customers, you know, at say a restaurant. So you get a really good feel probably of what's happening. So Chris, the EV market, electrical vehicles, you know, Tesla has been booming. Lots of Chinese makers. Everything seems to be booming with batteries, and EV is a bit of a buzzy acronym word now. We just saw where the British ambassador, you know, got a Jaguar and drove it all around Jamaica. Says it costs something like only 1,000 Jamaica, and charging stations. We've seen public companies on the JSE announce that they're planning to make a move in electric vehicles. We don't know when the timeline is. Is it a possible expansion area for Fuel Deals Express? Is it something that comes up in your board meeting, or is it something that maybe you view is not really return on investment right now?
Right now, as far as we've discussed it, as far as being in the third world, it's going to be like solar. It's a hot topic, but it's going to take a long time to catch on.
Okay.
So maybe, as I was saying, I was talking with the gardener, and he said that might be for our next generation. Those that's going to carry Fuel Deals to the next level when we retire. So
you're thinking like maybe ride this curve of you know, fuel, oil and gas more. And when you mentioned solar, you have plans to look at solar, or you're just saying that solar took a long time?
Solar took a long time, and also Fuel Deals is solar. We're green.
Okay.
Yes. So as far as EV is concerned, I don't think it's going to be that right now. But if it does develop faster, then we're definitely going to not let that opportunity pass us by.
You mean, and when you look at it, I think we've seen one or two charging stations be set up. I mean, there's one I think there's some at AC Hotel. You know, there's one just got set up at, I'm not sure, at Boot gas station when you get off the highway.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if that's like a mixed use or a charging station. But there seems to be some public relations about it, but there's not a lot in the island yet. Do you think FDE's role would be more on the charging station side because that kind of aligns, or are you not sure? As far as
Fuel Deals and EV, we're just going to watch the market. And if it is that we're going to have a role to play there, charging stations would probably be the way that we'd want to go. Yeah.
On a different topic, in Haiti actually, you know, it seems like there's LPG has taken off, where taxis or cars, they go into like garages or gas stations and they change out something, whether it's the, I don't know, the engine or the fuel,
Right, they have a
from oil to LPG.
They run dual.
They're dual. Okay.
Yes, one of our larger customers runs dual.
Dual.
So they run LPG as well as fuel.
Is that happening in Jamaica, or is there a reason why
Yes.
it's not happening yet?
It's happening. It's happening. As I said, one of our customers have it. One of our larger clients have it, and I've heard of another large taxi company that's going that route.
Okay.
But as far as the masses are, I believe that gas and oil will be here for quite a while.
Are you guys looking at that, or fuel deals?
We're always watching the market, and as I said, we're sitting ready to pounce on any opportunity that will keep us in the game.
That will make money.
Yes,
Make
definitely.
money.
At the end of the day, we're all here to make some money. You get that? Yes.
Chris, you know, in your early days, right?
Yes.
Before being in the box business and other businesses, in your early days, what was it like, you know, after high school or college? You know, what was your like first couple of jobs? You had mentioned, you know, logistics and FedEx. I mean,
Right.
I mean, were they tough jobs for you? Was it, you know, what were some of your big takeaways or learning?
I will tell you something. When I was at FedEx, I actually moved from the walk-foot courier to a dispatcher in one of the shortest times ever.
So you were grown up.
Yes. You start out as the walk-foot courier.
When you say walk-foot courier, I mean you were on one of those big
No man,
FedEx trucks?
No man, you walk with the bag in New Kingston.
Yeah.
And you walk from building to building.
And FedEx was on Halfway Tree Road back in those
No,
days?
at that time I was at they're at New Kingston on
Okay.
Trinidad Terrace, I believe it is.
All right.
And you know, you're walking around with this big bag, and I decided, you know, I have to find a way to beat this.
So that's where you lost all the weight?
Well, I lost some of it then. But then I got, you know, I was sitting by a coconut man one day, and I said, you know, I was going to start freeing up all of these bike bearers.
Oh.
So instead of walking with my bag, I just make them carry me from building to building. My boss is like, "How you get back here already?" I said, "Don't worry, I'm efficient."
So this is where the service
Right.
and the margin gathering and everything started.
And I said, "Listen."
But you met a lot of people in that first job.
You have to be witty to
Okay.
get through this thing. That bag was heavy. So I had to find a way
how
to
long
get
you
around.
spent at FedEx?
I spent
in
about
Jamaica?
6-7 years there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I moved from, as I said, from walk-foot to dispatcher.
And
basically-
dispatcher was management level? Or?
Yeah, because you're the one that set
Everything.
the routes for the couriers, set their schedules, who works when, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was a nice
and-
experience.
And you went to Campion?
Yes.
After Campion, what college you went to?
I went to New York Institute of Technology.
Okay. And so, I mean, what did you study there?
That's something that that I thought. I went
So
there for
you
like
want- you want
I
to
went
be
there for
a-
like 6 months.
You wanted to be like a,
Yeah.
but at the time though,
Yeah.
what did you want to, you know, you want to be like a scientist or what you want to
No,
be?
at the time I was just interested in computer technology.
Okay.
You know,
Do you-
programming.
I mean,
stuff like that.
in hindsight, even if college wasn't for you, right?
Right.
I mean, there's been lots of famous stories, right? I mean, they say Butch Stewart didn't finish college.
Right.
I mean, there's lots of many, even U.S. stories of millionaires who didn't finish college. But the thing is do you have any regrets to the whole, obviously, all the tech stocks doing well, that you kind of look back and said you wanted to finish computer science, or you just felt computer science wasn't for you?
Yeah, at a point I was like, no, that's not for me. What I'm doing right now, I'm so happy with it.
With it?
Yeah, I like offering service. I like offering savings.
Yeah.
Savings.
Okay.
And I'm a
So
people
you kind
person.
of love the operations,
Right.
business development side.
I'm a
and
people
everything.
person. I like to be in a business where I can interact with people.
So you don't feel any way about missing the whole .com bubble?
No.
You know, where technology has gone, the world being
FDE
digital.
going to be my bubble.
Okay.
I'm going to be the oil and gas bubble.
I like that.
Yes, definitely. Fuel deals is where it's going to be.
So you don't view that ExxonMobil has popped or any of those oil bubbles have popped. You think oil will be here to stay?
Yes, for quite some time, at least for my time.
All right. I like it. Run it by us one more time. What's the new slogan for Fuel Deals Express?
Savings. Deals.
We like that.
Yes.
Chris, thanks for joining us.
Mark, thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
That's ItsMoneyMark Experience. We've had Chris Hendriks, better known as Fatty, in Jamaica, and not just Jamaica, globally. Mr. Fatty here, Christopher Hendriks, General Manager of Fuel Deals Express, FDE, hitting the market with savings. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, man.